And we'll just start sitting as usual. Just taking a moment. There's a little bit of standing today. I'm sure it won't be too much. So just take a moment to arrive in your own space, but in the yoga space, as it were. Bringing the awareness to the breath. And just letting the shoulders settle a little. Each out breath. And just letting the spine lengthen through right from the base to the crown on the in-breath. Shoulders resting on the out-breath. And just enjoy 3 more full breaths like that. And then when you're ready, opening the eyes, we'll have some gentle seated activations first. If sitting cross-legged is uncomfortable for you, it helps to sit up on cushions. You can, of course, have the legs out in front if that's better. We're just going to start by just easing off the shoulders by dipping one shoulder in the other. This is very much, you can do it your way, whatever you feel you need to do. And take a walk round to one side, have a squidge through the shoulders, take a walk around to the other side. And then open up right through that rib cage. Take the shoulder back a little, maybe look at the hand. That just helps you really open up all of that side, all of that flank. And we'll come round to the other side. Take a breath in, take a few breaths there so that you can really lift through that rib cage. We've been working with that on the windmill breath, which we won't do today, but just remember that, filling those lungs up. And then choose one leg to have in front and one leg to have behind. You can do all this on a chair, of course, as well, if it's more comfortable. I'm just going to do the same again. Just playing with the shoulders. Breathe out each time you take a stretch. Come behind you to the back leg first. And to the front. And then opening up there. Take a look at the palm of the hand. Take the shoulder back. Come round to the other side. Big breath in. Then just place the hands on both knees. Take a breath in, lengthening the spine. Turn to the leg behind you on the out breath. Coming back to the front. Turning the other way. Coming back to the front. So switch your legs round. And again, just flexing and stretching through all the back muscles. Coming behind you if you can. And the other way. And then we're going to open up that flank. Taking the shoulder back, gazing at the palm of the hand. Breathing right in through the rib cage, opening up those lovely side ribs, increasing the capacity of your breath. And then placing the hands onto the knees. Take a breath in. We're going to twist towards the leg that's behind first. Breathing in, come to the centre. And go the other way. Sigh if you want to. Sighing is really good in Chillout yoga. So just bring both legs in front of you and have a little cuddle. Bringing the head towards the knees, just flexing the whole of your spine. Letting your head drop down. And sigh. So we're going to come onto our feet in a moment and work through a sequence of awareness, or with awareness, of Tadasana, the earth sequence, a different kind. It's called in the Drew community, it's still called Fearless Flight, but it's not really like the Fearless Flight that we've done before in Energy Block Release 4. And there's quite a lot of mudras and affirmations. So if you like affirmations, really join in with that. If you don't, just see what happens. Sort of visualization and affirming to yourself. Because this session is really about being compassionate towards yourself and reflecting on the strength and courage that you have within you. So we're going to come up onto our feet and we'll begin in Tadasana. Standing with the feet hip width apart, and we're just going to work through Tadasana with awareness on the body before taking the awareness to your breath. So awareness at the soles of the feet first of all of the places that they contact the earth. Feeling that connection through gravity, through the soles of the feet, down into the earth. Bringing your awareness through the ankles, the calves and the shin bone, to the knees. Let the knees be soft. Your thigh bone supporting the weight of you, still connecting down into the ground. Your hips, maybe just gently visualize a huge bolt, a huge stability, like a big bolt through both hips, drawing the two hips together very softly. Pelvic floor lifted and switched on. Belly button to the spine, just gently, all gentle today. Let that tailbone drop down, attracted to the earth by gravity, as if you have a big dinosaur tail, and as you breathe out you can just place that on the ground behind you, becoming heavier, more connected to the earth. Breathing into the belly, breathing into the side ribs. Notice the armpits at the top of that expansion of ribs. Notice the spine extending on the in-breath and the shoulders softening and dropping down on the out-breath. Notice the arms hanging from the shoulders. Become aware of the fingertips. Become aware of filling your lungs now with breath. Become aware of the neck, supporting the head, the chin level, and the head fully supported by the strength of your body. And feel as if a golden thread is lifting you from the crown of the head up to the ceiling. And begin to take some deep breaths from the belly, through the ribs, through the collarbones, and back out again. And just bring the arms in front of you and begin to move them with the breath. Each out breath, taking the awareness back down like a tree, rooting down solidly into the earth. And we're just going to go into bringing the hands a little bit clasped in front of you, going into earth sequence. As if you can draw that nourishment up from the earth and then surround yourself with nourishment and support. And if you're okay to do so, we'll take that right down to the earth in a squat. Nurture, self-nurture and nourishment. And take a wide leg stance now. But still notice that you're fully supported, not just by the soles of both feet, but by the effect of gravity through the perineum, that connection to the earth still, through that centre, like a plumb line through you. And again, just drawing up all the nourishment you need from the earth, surrounding yourself with it. And if you're okay to do so, we'll stay down in a wide leg stance. Otherwise, you can just ground through the soles of your feet. We're just doing a bit more connection. Down, down, down into the earth. If you bend your knees, it supports your spine, but you might not want a forward bend if you've got any spine or disc problems. And just letting all the muscles of the back relax. And then just working the feet back to hip width apart. Place them on the ground, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under to uncurl. So we're going to work with it. It's still called Fearless Flight. I don't know why they didn't call it, give it a different name. Perhaps I think I'm going to call it the Funnel of Life instead of Fearless Flight, because we do Fearless Flight differently. We're just going to bring the arms up to shoulder height. Breathe in. And then we kind of scoop downwards. And then it's as if you can pick everything up from the earth. We're going to go all the way up towards this lovely outside, of course, up towards the sky, creating a kind of funnel encompassing all that is. And take the arms out to the side again at shoulder height. So we breathe in, breathe out. Scoop up all the treasures of the earth. Come right up the body, have a good stretch, create that funnel, take a look up. Breathing out, bringing the arms back to shoulder height. Breathe in before we go again. Take a couple of breaths there, accepting everything that's in your life just as it is. We'll have one more. Breath in, breathe out as you come down to the earth, gathering up all those treasures. And then let the arms come back down to the side. So we're going to finish, I'm just looking because it's a brand new lesson that I've been playing with all week. Lucky me, lucky work. And I've got quite a lot of affirmations. I can't remember them all. So we're going to work with the mudra of courage. I've been quite enjoying this, quite interesting. If it doesn't do anything for you the first time, do play with it, because you know I do these things 30 odd times before I decide that they're worth teaching. So we just bring the hands up, like not quite fists, but just the hands and the fingers are curled down. We just bring them up to shoulder height, and then we just create this mudra by opening the fingers and the thumbs, really quite stretching the fingers. So it's a little bit like a Native American greeting, perhaps. I don't know if there's any tribes that would use both hands. And now just draw the shoulder blades back behind you. If your shoulders are okay, we're going to hold that for a little while. So it lifts through the sternum, it makes your chin lift. And if you wish, affirm to yourself, I am strong, I am filled with courage, I am completely fearless. And we're going to do it in quarters. So we'll turn around a quarter turn, and you can affirm to yourself if you wish, or out loud, if you haven't got your microphones on. I am strong, I am filled with courage, I am completely fearless. Keeping that sternum lifted, keeping that tension through the fingers, taking the shoulders back. Turn again. I hope you can hear me. I am strong, I am filled with courage, I am completely fearless. Another quarter turn. I am strong, I am filled with courage, I am completely fearless. And turn back to the front and let the hands come back down to the side. So we're just going to finish just with a very short blessing to the earth, or thank you to the earth, because we've done quite a lot, just drawing up that sense of stability that we can get from the ground. It's very good to walk on the ground, especially this time of year. And it's not just an imagination thing, you know, the earth obviously provides us with all the food that we eat, all the nourishment we need. So we're just going to have a little blessing to the earth. Thank you to the earth for giving me everything I need. May all your creatures and all your peoples be at peace. Okay, so that's enough standing for a chill out session. So we're going to come down onto the mats and we're going to work with a beautiful supported twist. So you may need cushions. I think I can never decide whether to twist towards you or talk towards you, because of course the head goes in the opposite direction. So I might just not turn my head as much, but I think I'll twist towards you. So you want some cushions. I'm just going to grab something else. And we're lying down on the mat. And one leg is straight, and the other leg you just bring up. And take the arms out at shoulder height. So depending how much you want to twist today is how high you want your cushions. We're not doing anything terribly strenuous. We're just trying to, well, I'll explain as we go there. So we're going to work with the breath. As you breathe, take a breath in and then just begin to twist. You don't have to come all the way. Breathing in and breathing out as you just play with that twist. The toe might just tuck behind the calf muscle. And what we're doing, you can probably feel it, you're just also gradually getting a piriformis stretch, which we've worked with in Chillout yoga before. Is one of the muscles that if you stretch it, it switches on the vagus nerve and increases your rest and digest response. So I'm more or less at my cushions now, just nicely. So I'm going to breathe out and rest there. Get into a really comfy position. Adjust your cushions if you need to. Adjust your hips if you need to. And looking the other way. I'll keep looking towards you, so that hopefully the microphone will keep working. And rest there. So you may have a gentle piriformis stretch. You should have a beautiful twist throughout the abdomen, all the organs of the abdomen getting fresh blood supply. Well, they will when you move out of the twist. That's the reason why we hold these things a little bit longer. Breathing in to the belly. Just making sure you're not having to hold that position. You might need to keep fiddling about like I am. Just to get yourself super, super comfortable. The head looking the other way if you like. Sigh if you like, don't forget to sigh. Or hum if you like. We'll be doing more humming later. And then coming back onto your back. So you will need to have your cushions on the other side of your body. And straighten the other leg. It's lovely. So gentle. So I sort of tuck my toe in, you might be able to see better this side, and I sort of rock, breathing out, breathing in. And I try getting a little rhythm with the breath there. Letting the head join in too. And then coming to rest on your cushions. At this point you might need to just wiggle your hips a bit. You might need another cushion. You don't rest there if it's uncomfortable. But if you can find a nice comfy position, you might find the straight leg just wants to bend a little tiny bit. You might find it easier with the knee higher or the lower foot forward. It sort of balances it a bit. Oh yes, that one's better for me. And then again, breathing into the tummy. So, I don't know what time you had lunch today. I have my lunch quite early because I'm always hungry. But the other thing that we're working with here is what's in yoga, Ayurvedic medicine and yoga, it's called Agni, or digestive fire. We've been working all week with the solar plexus area and sun salutations. So this improves your digestion and your digestive fire, which is also thought to be linked with your immune system and increasing immunity. I expect when you do twists, of course, you must be stimulating the spleen, which is part of your immune system, creating white blood cells. So as you lie here and breathe into your belly, you're giving your digestive system a helping hand, healthy gut, healthy mind, and you're also stimulating your immune system. This is a good way to avoid peptic ulcers and those sorts of problems that are associated with too much acid. Just calming the digestive system. Hard to come out of these positions if you get really comfy. But I've got more, so we better come out. So we come back onto our backs very carefully. Just lie for a moment with the knees bent. If you wish to, just bring them towards you and rock, or else just lie. So you've taken away the curve of the lower back there, just allowing the lower back to rest. If your body feels that it needs to, have that little rock side to side, just to go, ooh, that twist was nice. I'm loving my chill out yoga, I have to say, and I have really noticed the benefits, especially at this time. It can get a bit stressful, although me and Pat were saying earlier at the start, we're all calming down a bit now, getting used to it. Okay, so it is time for supported shoulder stand. So you will need a chair or your legs to be able to go on the sofa. I was trying to work out if I could change all my cameras to show you my sofa version. I suppose I probably could, but I'll show you the chair version first. You can get comfy there, and then if you can still see your screen, I'll attempt to adjust. So you will need blankets, you will need cushions, or even, this is quite fun for me, this swidgy poof thing. So it goes quite high up, but I'll do it on cushions because I know you've all got cushions. The blankets need to be as you would have for your shoulder stand, so that your shoulders are on the blanket but your head won't be. Your bottom would be if your bottom was on it, although your bottom's not going to be on the blankets for very long. Sort of get back-sized blankets at the ready for chill out yoga, that's the trick. Perfect. And then the chair goes at the end of those. So really compare this with the shoulder stand. I know you really enjoyed doing the super duper shoulder stand, but we're going to get into a very restorative version of this, where the lower vertebrae are going to be sitting up on something. So you might want just loads of cushions. I have my favourite. This is my lower back size cushion. Not only is it good for sitting on, but it will just, can you see how it just fits? So it supports from my coccyx to, I don't know, about the fourth or fifth vertebrae. And it's that part that we're just wanting to have a lovely extension of in a really restful way. So what we'll do, we'll have all that handy, and we'll start so that we're, first of all, and this is safe for everybody except pregnant ladies. I don't think, well, you haven't told me if you are pregnant. Wonderful. So, going to get your shoulders on the blanket, but your head not on the blanket, because you don't want to end up in a neck lock. If there is a little bit of acid reflux, I do know, I suppose you would want a cushion under you, but then you wouldn't want to go up any higher. So if you really need a cushion underneath your head, then please don't take the hips any higher up, so you don't want to end up in a neck lock. That's not restorative at all. So from there, if you have any contraindications, just stay in this beautiful, beautiful situation. We're going to do some breathing in a moment, of course. It's something to think about while we're lying here. If you want to go up a bit higher, it's a question of getting your cushions one at a time underneath just the lower back. So you can do your shoulder stand on the feet practice and see how it feels. You might find you want to move the chair away a little bit for that. Make sure your shoulders are still on the blanket though. There's a bit of fiddling about, but don't worry, it's worth it. I'm going to get my favourite cushion, which just fits my lower lumbar, and put that just in the right place, hopefully. So if it doesn't feel like the right place, come up and have a fiddle about. The right place is where it feels like this part of my spine is quite flat, and then everything else is coming down. It's quite good if you've got bolsters, because they're so they tend to be filled with stuff that's so solid that can create a really nice solid. I'm just going to wiggle myself onto that, make sure the weight is there. My chair needs to keep going back a bit, if it will. Go back further. And stay there and enjoy that posture. I'll maybe show you at the very end my settee version if you're interested, where my bottom goes on the seat and my feet sort of continue sticking up and they end up on the back of the sofa. That's quite good. So that's fantastic. And then just breathing into the belly, focusing on relaxing everything now. So that's the reason we're not going any higher into shoulder stand. And the shoulder stand is contraindicated for people with high or low blood pressure, or glaucoma, or heart problems, because it's reversing your blood flow, really. So it's very good for everybody else. But if you're in that contraindicated group, you can lie on your blankets with your legs on the chair. And then you've been breathing, I hope you've been breathing deeply into your belly. We're just going to try a little bit of Ujjayi breath on the out breath. This is where you close the glottis of the throat a little and you breathe noisily on the out breath. It will slow your out breath right down. Take a big belly breath. Keep breathing into your belly, and then the Ujjayi breath on the out breath. Makes you sound a bit like Darth Vader. See how much you can expand the belly on the in-breath. Because you're slowing the out-breath, you probably feel the body naturally takes a deeper diaphragmatic breath with the belly. And just rest and breathe normally again. Don't forget, at any time, it's your body. You breathe. It's certainly your breath as well. You just breathe how you want to, if that ever becomes uncomfortable. So we're going to try now to take the breath a little higher through the sternum, through the rib cage. You can't really take it into the upper ribs, the throat. So it's almost like deep yogic breath, but only really as far as you can through the ribs. You might notice you probably can't move your collarbones as much as normal when you're doing deep yogic breath. And then if you like, we're going to try Brahmi breath, humming bee breath on the out breath, where you just close the lips and you hum. And maybe finish there. Sigh. Or just The humming bee breath is like an extra long And again, it's something just to play with. That can release tension in the neck, in the jaw, even in the mind. So again, we found another lovely asana, a seat, a comfortable seat for your soul to reside in, inside your body. And you deserve to make your body comfortable, nourished and replenished in this way anytime you need it. And we just got a little bit more nourishment. If you can take any more chill out, and just bring your feet to the edge of the chair. You can come down. So your back's been extended, so you might just want to come down gradually. One cushion at a time. Until you're back on the ground. You can bring the knees towards you if you wish and rock gently from side to side. And then coming onto your side, just going to work with a little counter posture. So all I'm going to do is fold my blankets in half to sit on. So that I still have, oh well, look, I've got my poof. You can grab your cushions, a little counter posture where we take the legs wide around that. Oh, and I have a cushion as well. So everything you need. We're going to just do a very soft version of a forward bend, supported as you deserve to be supported at all times. If you have any lower lumbar issues with the discs, you don't really want to be in a forward bend too much or too long. Just find what's right for you. But we want to be able to let go. See if you can rest your head right down. You don't really need to look at me because, you know, I'm doing it my way. You do it your way. It's quite nice if the cushions are just pressing gently on the diaphragm as well, pushing the air back out. Let the shoulders rest down. Let the head rest down. And as you breathe, a bit like in child's pose, breathing into the tailbone, and as you breathe out, feel as if there's a waterfall flowing across the shoulders, over the head, by each out breath. Letting the longitudinal muscles each side of the spine rest completely. And cushions, pushing the breath back out again. And of course, while we were in that shoulder stand before, I don't know if you noticed on the out breath, the diaphragm is working with gravity to push the air out. So it's the reason these postures are so restorative, because they help you breathe. And even breathing becomes even more effortless. I must say, these practices helped me when my breath was a bit difficult with the COVID, and I'd be interested to know if they help any of you with asthma. Just use your hands to gently help yourself come back up upright. You don't have to move your cushions, I'll move them so you can see me. And we'll just take a stretch through each flank as well again. Around the front to the other side. And maybe we'll take a stretch up as well. Breathing in. Oh, well then. So, if you fall asleep in the next part, I wouldn't blame you one little bit. We're just going to work through a beautiful Chakra Rainbow Kriya. This can be done sitting up, of course, but it's rather nice lying down at the end of a chill out yoga session. So you decide. You probably want to just lie really comfortable. Maybe make sure you've got some cushions under the knees today if you don't usually, so that your spine can really rest down there. Oh, I don't know. Got myself so chilled out. I hope I can give you Chakra Rainbow Kriya. Nice though, because I use this quite a lot myself, so all the colours and all the different parts of the spine that we work with through it come quite naturally to me, so it's nice for me to give at the end. So while you get yourself lovely and comfortable, I'll get everything I need. Yes, I've got you a lovely candle as well. Just pop the camera onto the candle if you need a little focal point. And just allow your body to begin to become heavy, noticing the points of contact where your body is supported by the cushions, by the mat. And then just begin to become aware of your spine and your breath. Inhaling from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, noticing the gentle movements, gentle breath, nothing forced, just a gentle breath, just noticing the spinal movements, the spine rhythmically expanding on the in-breath and contracting as the breath flows gently back out. And with that, feel, with the expansion of the spine, feel an expansion of your awareness, of your consciousness. On the out breath, allowing the arms and legs to relax and become heavy. Take the awareness to above the crown of the head. Visualise golden light there. Imagine this light streaming down the body, streaming through the spine, a river of light. Allow your awareness now to settle at the base of the spine for a few breaths. Imagine the light there passing through a shining red jewel, like a ruby, allowing this light to grow stronger and stronger, bringing a deep sense of peace and security. As you next breathe in, allow the awareness to rise a few centimeters up from the base. As it does so, the colour changes to a soft orange glow. Allow this orange light to spread through the belly, permeating the lower spine and the lower abdomen, dissolving away anxieties and worries, softening this area. When you're ready, allow your awareness to rise to just below the rib cage, the solar plexus, Manipura center. The colour changing to yellow, golden yellow, like the sun shines, shining out through the solar center. And as you breathe into this area, visualising calm yellow sunshine, I'm just going to read to you from Sandy Newbegin's Mind Calm. Everything happens within the constant context of still, silent, spacious consciousness that is inherently calm. Being consciously aware, and more importantly, noticing what it is like to be aware. Here you can find an oasis of calm within. With your attention on your solar plexus, you can heal your relationship with any movement in your mind, your body, or your life, and come to rest in perfect peace whilst fully engaged in life. Come to rest in perfect peace whilst fully engaged in life. And on your next gentle inhale, allow your awareness to rise up to behind the heart, the yellow changing to rich emerald green, almost translucent, like the sun shining through the summer leaves, shining out with tremendous compassion, filling the whole of your heart center, the heart and lungs with pure green. And on your next in-breath, allow the awareness to rise again to the base of the neck. Emerald green gives way to beautiful turquoise blue, spreading through the neck, creating spaciousness, healing blue light, intensifying and spreading through the neck and throat region, allowing the neck and throat to relax more deeply. On your next gentle inhale, allow this light to fill the face and the head, becoming a very deep blue as you arrive between the eyebrows, behind the brow a little, at the ajna center, indigo blue, bringing a sense of clarity and knowledge, knowing what's right for you. Deep blue light spreading across the forehead like a clear winter's night, filling the whole of the head and the face with soft, deep blue radiance. And as the light begins to change colour from blue to shades of violet, see it rise to the crown and beyond into the space above the crown, allowing your awareness to expand beyond the crown into this spaciousness, infinite space, beginning to see flecks of gold until all the flecks of gold join to become golden light, like a shower of golden light around your body. In your mind's eye, see this light spreading around the body, through the body, streaming down through the head, the shoulders, the arms, a river of light again down through the spine, through the hips, through the legs, like a river, cooling and calming. And relax now for a few moments longer, allowing this radiance to reach all parts of your body. And bring the awareness back to your physical body again, to your skin, to the parts of your body that connect to the floor, to the mat, to your cushions. Take a few deep breaths, recognizing the physicality, the movement of your breath, the movement of the muscles that help produce that energy, that breath, that prana throughout your body. Begin to make a few small movements, wiggling the fingers and toes, having a stretch, bringing the knees right up, bending the knees if you want to, rocking from side to side again. Notice if your body feels any different to before. And then when you come onto your side, just take a few breaths there, remembering to nourish yourself, to nurture yourself, giving your body and your mind time to restore and replenish. And you have everything you need. Gently helping yourself back up to sitting. Rub those hands together. A little bit of extra energy. You might have to do something the rest of the day. Just go into a beautiful trance for the rest of the day. Have some raindrops. And a hug. Give yourself a hug. Do this often. And let's send one out to each other. I'll finish with namaste. I see the light in you, all radiant people.